What if I told you that having a regular savings account means you're actually losing money? Yep, losing money in your savings account. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get 10 and sometimes even 20 times as much interest in your savings account as your bank is currently paying you. And it's not a scam. Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome to my channel. I teach everyday women with everyday money issues how to manage their paycheck so they can meet their financial and money goals. And the first money goal I always recommend is to start an emergency fund. This one account, more than any other, is your insurance against the rainy days of life that we all hope won't happen, but we all know could. And the best place to keep our emergency fund so it stays safe, but also earns us at least a little bit of interest, is to keep it in what's called a high yield savings account. In this video, I'm going to teach you all about high yield savings accounts, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you my recommendations for the best high yield savings accounts for your situation. Okay, so first, let's talk about what a high yield savings account, often called an HYSA, is. This type of savings account has a much higher interest rate than the savings account you've probably had most of your life. Sometimes as much as 10 or even 20 times higher. And speaking of a regular bank, most banks don't have this type of an account as an option. So for example, Bank of America's, Wells Fargo, Chase banks of the world, those retail banks don't have these types of account as an option. You typically are going to have to go to an online banking institution to find this type of account. And that's okay, as long as the account you're considering is backed by FDIC insurance. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. So as I was saying, high yield savings accounts tend to be available from online banks, which means most do not have branches that you can just walk into. With that said, most of these types of financial institutions have wonderful online banking experiences. Their websites and apps are easy to navigate, and there's usually an easy to use chat feature if you do have any questions. Additionally, they have very low fees, sometimes no fees, to bank with them. There are no fees even if you're transferring money to and from your regular account located at another bank. Okay, while I am obviously a huge high yield savings account super fan, there are pros and cons to consider before you open an account. Now, there are far more pros than cons, in my humble opinion, but you should consider each carefully so you make the best decision for you and your financial situation. The first one is higher than average interest rates, which means more money in your pocket. Very low, if any, fees to move your money into and out of the account as needed. You don't need thousands of dollars to open an account. Most have no minimum deposit requirement at all. All of them that I've checked out have an easy online user interaction experience. Many of them have financial management tools too that you have access to. Things such as financial goal planning, for example. All of the high yield savings accounts I recommend are FDIC insured up to $250,000. You can usually double check this by scrolling to the bottom of the homepage and looking for this symbol or something that looks close to it. Bonus pro tip, if you're trying to build a savings habit, having the money directly deposited into this account could be just the right amount of friction you need to talk yourself out of moving it back to your checking account. Something I like to call parenting myself. Okay, now for the cons. There aren't many, but you should consider them when you're looking into this type of an account for yourself. The biggest con, HYSA interest rates fluctuate based on the prime rate. Right now, the prime rate is really high, but when it goes back down, you won't make as much interest per month. Also, transferring money in and out of this account can take 2 to 3 business days for the funds to clear, something to think about if you need to access the money quickly. There's also a limit on the number of transfers in and out per month. Most HYSA accounts do not have checks or debit cards. You may only move the money electronically. Likewise, most institutions that offer HYSAs don't have physical branches you can visit, so you need to feel comfortable banking online. Okay, this is all great info, but which HYSA should you choose? I'm going to tell you my current favorites and why, but I'm also going to link to the blog I did on this subject because there are new products coming online all the time, and I'll update the blog as they do. So go check out the blog and bookmark it so you know about the updates. You could also join my newsletter and find out that way. Okay, here are my current favorite high yield savings accounts and why. Best overall HYSA, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. This is the account I've used for the last couple of years. They keep their rates competitive and they alert you each time they increase or decrease the amount. I love them. Best HYSA runner-up, SoFi. They have only recently entered the HYSA arena, but their rates are really competitive. They also already have a fantastically easy to use website and app, so it's kind of a double win. Best HYSA for couples. Again, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I think SoFi and even Affirm to an extent are awesome, but they only allow individual accounts, not joint accounts. And this is problematic for couples with shared finances. And finally, kind of a bonus runner-up for best checking and savings combo is Ally Bank. And while technically not an HYSA, since this is a checking and savings account combo, Ally Bank has been around for years and it has a great reputation and a really competitive rate. Question of the video: do you have a favorite high yield savings account that I haven't mentioned? Let me know in the comments, because I'm always looking to learn about new things. All right, time to wrap this up. Are HYSAs worth it? In my humble opinion, absolutely yes. High yield savings accounts offer you the opportunity to earn the most interest possible on your savings. Sometimes as much as 20 times the national average, which is nothing to sneeze at. Plus, most have no minimum deposit requirements, which means you can go online and open one today with as little as $50. You can also use them to help yourself achieve a savings goal. Have your employer directly deposit the money into the account. This completely bypasses your checking account and eliminates the chance that you'll spend the money before you get around to transferring it. Ask me how I know about that. Additionally, these accounts are covered by FDIC insurance, keeping your savings safe and sound until you need it. So, win-win there. If today's video was helpful, please like and subscribe. It really does help. Don't forget to check out the other resources I've linked in the description, especially the blog that goes with this video, because I'll update that as new products come out. Don't forget to come and join the party over on Instagram or LinkedIn. I post over there quite a bit. And until next time, have a fantabulous week.